Ladies and gentlemen, good day and welcome to the Q2 FY24 earnings conference call of Mayur Uniquoters Limited, hosted by Monarch Networth Capital. As a reminder, all participant lines will be in the listen-only mode, and there will be an opportunity for you to ask questions after the presentation concludes. Should you need assistance during the conference call, please signal an operator by pressing star then 0 on your touchtone phone. Please note that this conference has been recorded. I now hand the conference over to Mr. Rahul Dani from Monarch Networth Capital. Thank you, and over to you, sir.
Yeah, thank you, Jacob. Good afternoon, everyone. On behalf of Monarch Networth Capital, it's our pleasure to host the senior management of Mayur Uniquoters. We have with us Mr. Suresh Kumar Podar, Chairman and Managing Director of the company, and Mr. Vinod Sharma, CFO of the company. I would now request Mr. Vinod Sharma to start the call with opening remarks. Then we'll move to Q&A. Thank you, and over to you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you all. Yeah, very good afternoon, dear investors and analysts. Ladies and gentlemen, it is a great pleasure to be here to share with you the performance of Mayur. For giving your precious time to join Mayur Uniquoters Limited Q2 FY24 conference call. Mayur Uniquoters Limited, being a market leader in the synthetic leather industry and an organized player, has been able to leverage the emerging opportunities and delivered exemplary performance in past years, both in national as well as international business markets. Now, I would like to start with financial highlights of Q2 FY24 under review, and we will also reply your queries after our review on financial results for the quarter. The company has achieved the revenue from operation on consolidated basis is 202.89 crores, PBT 42.71 crores, and PAT 32.42 crores. In the quarter, the revenue has increased by 1%, and the PBT and PAT have increased 8 and 6% respectively. Our endeavor is to make the company a preferred supplier for the leading OEMs in overseas market, domestic as well as overseas market, especially in US and European regions. We have been selected or received good and confirmed orders for some new models in export as well as domestic markets. And looking to current situations, our OEM export sale is going to expected to have good increase in next 2 to 3 years, for which the supply to some of the new models have already started, and some models is expected to start in coming quarters of current as well as next 2 financial years. So we are hoping a very good performance in these 3 financial years. While pursuing our business interest, Mayur Uniquoters has also been endeavoring to fulfill our responsibilities towards the society. Under the corporate social responsibilities programs, contributed towards Har Ghar Tiranga and regular plantation plan, do at large scale in coming years. The company has also adopted many happy schools for education of children. The company has worked on education for all and underprivileged children, various healthcare initiatives, especially child skill development, water for all, sanitation at school area, distribution of books, bags, clothes, and other items, and most importantly, family planning and family welfare schemes in the villages. The state government has recognized these initiatives of company on various platforms. And I'm thankful to all the investors for their valuable time, to those who became the part of this earnings call. With this positive note, I would like to conclude and request you all to open the forum for questions, and also request you that due to time constraint, duration of this call will be 45 minutes. So we request you to avoid repeated questions, and we will not discuss volume data, so please avoid volume related queries. Thank you. Over to Rahul.
Thank you very much. We will now begin the question and answer session. Anyone who wishes to ask a question may press star and 1 on their touchtone telephone. If you wish to remove yourself from the question queue, you may press star and 2. Participants are requested to use handsets while asking a question. Ladies and gentlemen, we will wait for a moment while the question queue assembles. The first question is from the line of Avnish Chandra from MSISS. Please go ahead.
Thank you very much for the opportunity. Congratulations for that, sir, Vinod, sir, for good set of performance in challenging environment. So 2-3 points. First, we heard about the labor strike situation in the US market. So what is the current situation and how it is going to affect us?
It has started in the month of September and October children.
November.
November. It was down in September and October. 2 months it was affected. Although it was not 100%, partly because automotive industry has got so many plants. You understand? Say maybe one company has 5 plants, one company has 4 plants in USA. So out of that, few plants were closed. Now everything has been opened up from last 3 days, and because of that, the sale was down by 20-25% in automotive OEM export. Now it is all open, and now we are getting orders in full swing.
Okay, so it was just a one-off thing. We will continue our run rate. We will continue to grow.
Yeah.
Okay, and how was the, sir, PU? Any change there? Any volume increase there? I mean, how was the approximate business during this quarter from PU business?
In PU business?
Yeah, Gwalior wala.
In last quarter, it was we sold 2 lakh meters in PU.
Okay. So any chance of ramp up, sir? I mean, we have been eating the same number quarter after quarter. So any commentary on that?
So you see the things are moving better. Last month, we have sold 100,000 meters, 1 lakh meter. जबकि पिछले क्वार्टर में कितना हुआ था?
2 lakh around, I guess, last year.
2 lakh?
2 lakh था.
It was 2 lakh, but in October, we have sold 1 lakh meter.
Okay.
And November also we think to reach 75 at least because of this Diwali holiday and all that.
Okay.
Furthermore, for PU, we are talking to multinational companies with big brands. They are coming and visiting us, asking us for samples. We are giving them samples also. Of course, it will take some time, but we are very optimistic. The thing will start coming in next 3-4 months' time.
Okay. And sir, one last thing before I come back to the queue. You talked about last time also on the BIS thing that footwear business is getting hurt due to that. So any improvement on that side or situation is still there?
The government has extended the time limit up to December for BIS. But people are after government that don't introduce it, but government is going to introduce. So people are a little bit scared and they are reducing their stocks because from January they will not be allowed to sell without BIS. So that's why the lifting is very slow. And practically, if you say the business was down by 20%, this footwear, because of this BIS. Fortunately, our sale has grown 40% in auto replacement market and 12 to 13% in domestic auto OEM. That's how we could, manage the same figure in the sales.
Okay. And sir, we are flat on half-yearly basis on the sales. Any guidance over there, how we can end up this year? Any change in earlier guidance?
Last year okay. Next 6 months it must be better because I'm very much optimistic for auto OEM, and now we already have a good number of models which is approved and are starting. That has already started. Some will start in January, some will start in March, like that. So next 6 months must be better than what it was.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you very much. I will come back in queue. Okay.
Thank you. The next question is on the line of Viraj from SIMPL. Please go ahead.
Yeah, hi. Thanks for the opportunity. Just 2-3 questions. First is, if you can give me the sales mix for the quarter on different segments and similar mix for the same quarter last year.
Can you repeat your question?
Can you give me the sales mix from different segments for Q2 2024 and similar number for Q2 2023?
We have told you now. The total volume was 70 in this quarter and 70 was in last quarter. 70
so can you give me the sales mix from different segments, right? Auto, export, and auto, domestic, replacement, footwear.
Just now I told you that export was 20% down in this quarter, and auto OEM was 12% up. Auto replacement was 40% plus. Footwear was 20% down, and other items was 5% plus.
Okay, got it. So in auto export OE, sir, you talked about sales now being at the normal level now, coming back to normal because of production.
No problem. Now, October was a little bit down, but overall it will be much better.
So the kind of growth we were expecting on a full year basis, do we still expect that to so are we expecting that to recoup the sales which we couldn't supply in last 2 months?
We could not get your question.
So next 5-6 months to recover the kind of loss in production we had for last 2-3 months.
हाँ तो ये जो लास्ट 2 महीने में डाउन हुआ है वो कवर हो जाएगा. तो डाउन हुआ है उससे ज्यादा होगा तो टोटल में कवर हो जाएगा ना.
आपके नेक्स्ट 6 months में it will be
next
covered.
6 months में it will be covered.
Okay. So on a full year
20% डाउन हुआ तो 20% प्लस हो जाएगा. यानी टोटल में आप मिलाएंगे तो बराबर हो जाएगा.
क्वांटम लॉस नहीं होगा.
So on a full year basis, we were expecting around, at least double-digit growth in auto export. So are we still expecting that to come this in 2024?
Double-digit growth will come at the end of the year. Yes.
For FY24, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And sir, in terms of the footwear market, can you just give some idea on what is driving the degrowth?
Footwear market degrowth. Yeah, footwear, as I told you, that because of BIS market is down and government has given time up to December. So I think from February, March, you can say February, March, yes, the thing will start improving. Because there is a lot of problem with footwear industry. Because of this BIS, small scale industry are not able to meet these things. So they are fighting for it. So I think there will be improvement, no doubt, because footwear industry is a basic industry for the population. So that cannot be down so much. मतलब आप समझिए फरवरी से अच्छा खासा उठना शुरू हो जाएगा.
Okay. And just one last question. So you talked about exports being down by 35% auto export. But if you look at the subsidiary sales, the consol minus standalone, we have seen a healthy growth in sales in the subsidiary account. So how do you kind of add the two?
ये तो कवर जो 20% डाउन है तो कवर हो जाएगा उसके बाद फर्दर जो ऑर्डर है नेक्स्ट ईयर
next 2 years में we are expecting very good increase over there.
We have already have order with us.
Something around 203 crores. And if you look at standalone sales, it's around 184. Almost 20 crores subsidiary sales, which has seen a very healthy growth compared to last year. So if exports are down, then what explains the subsidiary sales of,
देखिए अभी जो कंडीशन है लास्ट ईयर से इस ईयर मामूली ग्रोथ होगा लेकिन आप 24-25 से और देखिएगा द ग्रोथ विल बी ट्रिमेंडस फ्रॉम 24-25 this year compared to 22-23 in sales there may be not very big growth but as you have seen bottom line is improving and because this export business is going to increase where we have good margin so the margin will increase.
Okay, I'll come back in you. Thank you.
1% सेल बढ़ा है मार्जिन कितनी बढ़ गई है
पैट आपका 1% बढ़ा
है
पैट आपका लास्ट से 1% बढ़ा है
पीबीटी कितना बढ़ा
पीबीटी आपका
Ladies and gentlemen, we have lost the line for the management. Please hold while we reconnect them. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the line for the management reconnected. Thank you, and over to you, sir. You may proceed.
Yeah, who was online asking some questions?
So, sir, we have the next question from the line of Shashank Kanodia from ICICI Securities. Please go ahead.
Yeah, sir, congratulations on the good performance on the margin front. So just wanted to check, are these margins sustainable, sir, going forward as well, given the fact that the product mix will improve with auto OEM exports gaining traction?
Sustainable है ना ये margin? Yeah, we are expecting to be sustained.
Okay. And secondly, sir, we have been maintaining a guidance of 900 crores of top line for this year and 1100 crores for next fiscal. So now, will you be revising them? How do we stand today?
And what you said, we could not get your question.
In the last few calls, you have been maintaining a revenue guidance of 900 crores for this year and 1100 odd crores for next fiscal year. So now, how do we stand today, sir, given the fact that first half was largely flattish and footwear is still not out of the woods?
In first half, we have achieved the same figures, numbers of top line, but better than in bottom line, better than last year. And we are expecting that the numbers will increase in coming second half.
तो मैं वही पूछ रहा हूँ, फर्स्ट हाफ में आपने 400 करोड़ का रेवेन्यू किया है, पूरे साल में 900 करोड़ करने वाले थे, क्या सेकंड हाफ में 500 करोड़ कर सकते हैं हम?
नो 900 करोड़ का फिगर्स नहीं दिया है हमने, और इस ईयर में तो
ये दो चीज हो गई, उसकी वजह से
ये दो प्रॉब्लम है ना. देखिए ये लिसन, ये फुटवेयर आपका डाउन है बिकॉज ऑफ दिस BIS, एंड एक्सपोर्ट में आपका दिस स्ट्राइक, जो लेबर स्ट्राइक हुआ है, उसकी वजह से थोड़ा प्रॉब्लम्स आया है. तो लुक्स थोड़ा इस साल 900 नहीं हो पाएगा.
नहीं, वी आर ट्राइंग आवर बेस्ट टू रीच 900, लेकिन 850 तो करेंगे ही. ये ड्रॉबैक हो गया ना, 2 महीने का ड्रॉबैक हो गया इसमें ऑटोमोटिव में, और ये BIS की वजह से यहाँ डाउन हो गया. फुटवेयर वालों की तो हालत खराब हो रही है.
तो नेक्स्ट ईयर
भी लास्ट ईयर से तो इंक्रीज होगा, और प्रॉफिट ऑफ मार्जिन भी बेटर इंक्रीज होगा.
डेफिनेटली फ्रॉम लास्ट ईयर इट विल बी इंक्रीज्ड इन टॉप लाइन एंड बॉटम लाइन बोथ.
सर नेक्स्ट ईयर 1100 टारगेट कर सकते हैं क्या सर, गिवन की लास्ट पार्ट ऑफ ऑटो OEM एक्सपोर्ट्स नेक्स्ट ईयर से ग्रोथ आना चाहिए? अच्छा,
growth we can assure you, but numbers we can't give you confirm numbers कि कितना होगा, but growth definitely will be there.
नहीं सर, आप बोलते थे ना कि ऑटो OEM एक्सपोर्ट जो 167 करोड़ था वो 600 करोड़ हो जाएगा 3 साल में, तो इंक्रीमेंटल 350 करोड़ का डेल्टा तो वहीं से मिलता है आपको. तो आप 770 या 800 करोड़ की टॉप लाइन में थे, तो 3 साल में 1200-1300 करोड़ को रेवेन्यू जाना चाहिए ना अपना. नहीं
एक्चुअली ऑटो एंड एक्सपोर्ट्स में जो ग्रोथ नेक्स्ट 3 इयर्स का रहेगा, उससे मिला के टोटल अपना कितना होगा
लास्ट 3 इयर्स में जो है?
नेक्स्ट 3 इयर्स में.
वो अभी मेरे पास फिगर थोड़ी हम बता देंगे. We can't tell right now. Matlab that this is sure that after this year in auto export the growth will be minimum 20-25%.
Sure, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you. We have the next question from the line of Vivek Kumar from Best Pulse Research and Advisory LLP. Please go ahead.
So thanks for the opportunity. What are you going to guide this year? And you said your exports would be around 400-500 crores in the next year. Are we still on the same this year? So this year, what will be the guidance, revised guidance because of this software slowdown?
So it could be nearly 10 double-digit growth will be there in this year also.
And export OEM, what is the figure that you are saying you will go to in the next 3 years, 500 crores? You are still there?
No, we cannot give you the numbers, but we can give you the growth, expected growth. And I already told you the export OEM growth will be there nearly 20% every year.
Okay. So overall company level growth will be how much, sir, from next year?
Yeah, definitely double digit.
It's okay. Because in the last call, sir said from next year you can take 20% growth, so that's why I'm asking, sir.
That's why I'm telling you, double digit. It could be 15%, 20%, so could be. So that's why I'm telling you that double digit growth will be there. Definitely it will be there.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. A reminder to all participants to ask a question, you may press star and 1. We have the next question from the line of Viraj from SIMPL. Please go ahead.
Yeah, hi. Thanks for the opportunity. Sir, question was in export, in auto export, are we seeing any delay in new launches, commercialization of new launches?
मॉडल्स का लॉन्चेस वगैरह कुछ होगा एक्सपोर्ट अभी भी हो ही रहा है ऑर्डर बहुत अच्छा हो रहा है देखिए जो ग्रोथ आएगा ट्रेमेंडस ग्रोथ वी आर एक्सपेक्टिंग इन ओएम both in export as well as domestic. So that some of the models they are taking the supplies from us, and in coming 2 years some of the models will start. So our growth will definitely going to increase in next 3 years, including this one.
So my question was, sir, that in the second half of this year, we were expecting some new models to commercialize. So we were expecting supplies to start for some of the new models in the second half. So is that largely on track, or are we seeing any delay in that?
No, there's no delay in some of the models because we told you that this year some of the models will start, and supply is also started to US market, and in South Africa BMW is also going to start in next year, and the orders which we have received, confirmed orders, will also going to start as per their schedule. There could be some 2 to 3 months here and there because of their plan. But we have received the confirmed orders, and we are telling you based on their plan and orders. So far, there is no change as informed by them.
Okay. And in this particular quarter, we saw some sales of subsidiary in US and Africa. We saw sales of around 20 crores. So if you just have to understand the inventory, in the warehouses or, in US or Africa, what will that be at right now?
Sorry, regarding inventory or debt? What do you know?
So I was trying to ask her that if you look at the second quarter, in the standalone, we did a sales of 184 crores. And when I look at consolidated financials, we did sales of around 203 crores.
Right.
So the subsidiary sales of 20 crores is what we have done. And this is despite the degrowth which we are talking about in export, auto export. So just trying to understand, yeah.
Help from India because of that labor strike problem. we have reduced the sell from here, but we had the inventory over there in the subsidiaries warehouse. So the supply was given from the warehouse, and the sale was done from there. So this increase is from the warehouse material, warehouse inventory.
Okay, so right now the inventory at the warehouses would be at a much lower level compared to the normal, which we would like to keep, right?
Because we have started increasing our inventory in warehouse as per their requirement. So the transit material also reached. So more or less inventory level was same or little bit higher. And gradually it will come down.
And just one more question on the raw material. What do we see the major raw materials for the goods we produce? There's been a considerable moderation. So in terms of the end markets which we cater to, either the auto, OE in India or exports, how are we seeing? Is there a pressure to pass on the low raw material prices, or any perspective you can give? Either in auto or footwear or any of those segments. How is the overall price environment in each of these markets?
raw material prices का डाउन हो रही है, तो कोई प्रेशर है पास ऑन का?
नहीं, अभी कहीं पास ऑन करना पड़ता है, कहीं नहीं करना.
Actually, depends on their request and situation and their requirement.
So, in footwear, have you taken any price cuts, sir?
Footwear में price cut हुआ? Footwear में price cut किया? Definitely, we have reduced our prices in footwear.
Okay.
Not big.
Okay. And just last question, we were in discussion with some of the footwear majors for this, whole PLI scheme in South. There are a lot of foreign footwear players like Nike and others who were, were looking to set up the facility here. So we were in discussion with them for supply, for the PU material. So any update you can give?
The discussions and meetings are going on, and we are expecting, but not yet received any confirm.
No, we are giving sampling
and they have also taken samples from us and waiting for their final.
No, listen to me. These big brands are not easy to decide immediately. What they are doing, at least they have started coming to our Gwalior plant. 3-4 big brands have visited with their people, and they are asking us for the sample. When somebody is asking for the sampling, that means it is definitely they are interested. And now, because of China problem, the big brands are interested to concentrate in India also. So these things, the big brands are just like an automotive industry. In automotive industry, it takes 1 year, 1.5 year time to get you visiting time. For 1 year आपको यही नहीं मिलेगा. तो वैसे ही यहाँ पे है. It takes time, but once it is there, like अभी ऑटोमोटिव में क्या हो रहा है? आज अगर ऑटोमोटिव में आपको शुरू में टाइम लगती है, लेकिन they don't throw out their customers, suppliers, just like that. Suppose उन्होंने कोई एक स्पेसिफिक ब्रांड हमें दिया, वो जब तक वो ब्रांड चलेगा, they will buy from us. If there is any problem from my side, then only they will change the supply. Otherwise, they don't change the supply. Now, because as it is, footwear market is becoming very competitive in India. Every time some new companies are coming and everybody is reducing the prices. Therefore, I have decided to go in for branded products which have good price, and once we are approved, they will nominate us all over the world. So this thing takes time, but I am very sure that something will happen. And one more thing, we are appointing a marketing person who is well connected with all these big brands. He's a German guy. Is coming to India for interview in the next month. I mean December, sometime in December, and he's very expensive, but he knows all the big brands. So we are, I'm trying my best from all the sides because I have decided that I will go for these big brands. How I got entry, how I'm making profit because of automotive OEM. There is a huge difference between automotive OEM, Indian OEM and export OEM because their quality and here quality are totally different. So that's how the same thing. Now, if you go to the market, you will find one good best sports shoe of Indian brand you will get in 3,000 or 3,500. But all these foreign brands are, from 6,000 rupees to 30,000-40,000 rupees, and people are buying. So my endeavor is to move to them, and I am trying my best, and definitely we will be successful. I am 200% confident because so far as manufacturing point of view, I have no issue. And then further our this business, retail business of furnishing, that is also growing. We have already made 400 dealers and we are going to make another 600 dealers within next 4-5 months. So that will also increase. You see, now we are going in a very systematic way. Now what is happening? Most of our products are B2B. Now why we are going in furnishing B2C? So that we have very good margin. There also retail business, it takes time, but you have to start some time. And we are very sure that we will 100% will successful because the sales are increasing every day.
Okay, understood, sir. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Alisha Mahawala from Envision Capital. Please go ahead.
हेलो सर, तो ये जो 200 करोड़ रेवेन्यू हमने इस साल में एक क्वार्टर में किया है, इसमें एक्सपोर्ट रेवेन्यू कितना है? उसमें आप ऑटोमोटिव एक्सपोर्ट एंड जनरल एक्सपोर्ट का ब्रेकअप दे सकते हैं?
टोटल एक्सपोर्ट 52 करोड़ का रहा है इस क्वार्टर में, एंड उसमें जनरल एक्सपोर्ट आपका है 15 करोड़ एंड 37 करोड़ है आपका ऑटो एम.
एंड इस साल हम एक्सपोर्ट ऑटो एक्सपोर्ट में 200 करोड़ जितना करने का सोच रहे थे. सो आई नो 20-25 करोड़ हैज गॉट डिलेड बिकॉज ऑफ द स्ट्राइक. तो अब कितना लगता है इस साल में हम कर पाएंगे? एंड इज इट पॉसिबल कि Q3 में ये मैन्युफैक्चर जो भी लॉस है उसको हम रिकूप कर लें
इस साल?
देखिए, ऑटो export इस साल में compared to last year will be little more because 2 months are spoiled. Sale was down by 30-35% due to strike. So this we will cover. This year we will have more sale compared to last year, but it will not be very significant because of this problem. But from 24-25 you will start seeing the growth will be fantastic. अभी भाई हम approximate 1.25 से 1.5 लाख मीटर माल बेच रहे हैं अभी इन दिनों में. बिकॉज ऑफ ऑल दिस प्रॉब्लम समझिए 1 लाख मीटर के करीब हो गया था. अब हमारा सेल कम से कम अगले महीने से ही 3 लाख मीटर शुरू हो जाएगा. एंड देन इट विल कीप ऑन इंक्रीजिंग. आप समझ रहे हैं ना? एंड द वैल्यू इज ऑल्सो वेरी हाई. So it will be good. This year may not be that big volume you will see, but from 24-25 it will be very high because all the orders are with me. You understand my point?
Yes, sir. Understood. So next question is कि आपने कॉल से शुरू में कहा था कि we have won some more orders on the auto side, both domestic and export. कैन यू टॉक अबाउट इट? कौन से OEM से मिला है, सेम OEM से कुछ ज़्यादा मिला है, या क्या हमको नए ऑर्डर्स मिले, इससे आप थोड़ा समझाएंगे?
देखिए, अभी हम मैक्सिमम FCA से 80% बिजनेस करते थे। अभी हमें फोर्ड से भी इंक्वायरी आ गई। मर्सिडीज तो चल रहा था 1 साल से। BMW का भी सप्लाई हमारा जनवरी से शुरू हो जाएगा, विच विल बी द सेम क्वांटिटी व्हाट इट इज इन Mercedes. And then, I mean, I can say in nutshell, there is a very good future in automotive.
नहीं सर, आप कॉल से शुरू में बोलते कि कुछ सॉरी बोलिए। हेलो,
हाँ, you got your question?
नहीं सर, मैं पूछ रही थी कि कॉल के शुरू में आपने कहा था कि कोई नए ऑर्डर मिले हैं, तो हैव यू गॉट एनी न्यू ऑर्डर्स? बिकॉज दिस व्हाट आई सेइंग इज ये तो हमें पहले ही मिल गया है।
नए ऑर्डर्स वो फोर्ड के और अपने जो फोर्ड के में ही काफी मॉडल्स अपने नए हुए और BMW के एंड वो जो कैसलर है उन्हीं से नए मॉडल्स के ऑर्डर्स के बारे में बात कर रहे हैं हम।
ओके, पर ये कंफर्म्ड ऑर्डर नहीं मिला है ना, हम बात कर रहे हैं अभी।
कंफर्म्ड ऑर्डर है,
कंफर्म ऑर्डर
सारे कंफर्म्ड है। हम जो भी बात कर रहे हैं कंफर्म्ड ऑर्डर्स है विच वी हैव रिसीव्ड इन आवर हैंड।
ओके, एंड ये सब अगले साल से शुरू हो जाएंगे?
हाँ, कुछ तो इसमें से ऑलरेडी इसमें शुरू हो गए हैं, कुछ क्वार्टर अगले क्वार्टर में। एवरी क्वार्टर सम मॉडल्स आर गेटिंग स्टार्टेड।
ठीक है, एंड बता सकते कितना अपने पास टोटल ऑर्डर होगा अभी?
क्या बोल रहे हैं मैम?
हम ऑर्डर का वैल्यू बता सकते हैं कि कितना होगा ये सब 4-5 OEM को मिलाकर?
एक्सपोर्ट का अभी 1-1.25 लाख मीटर जा रहा है, जो कि अगले महीने से 2.5 से 3 लाख मीटर शुरू हो जाएगा अगले क्वार्टर, और वो सारे ऑर्डर हैं हमारे पास।
ओके, थैंक यू।
Thank you. Due to time constraints, that was the last question. I now hand the conference over to the management for closing comments.
One time order आ गया बस वही वैल्यू। ये one time order है। Time order नहीं तो continuous order। हो गया। क्या?
Yes, sir. You may proceed for the closing comments.
Closing comments. Closing comments.
Okay, thank you very much to all of you giving us your precious time. And in nutshell, I can say that there is a very big future, good future in our company because of automotive business and furnishing business and footwear also, as I told you, that we are moving towards big brands. So the profit of margin should also increase and sales volume should also increase. But everything takes little bit time. These things take time. You will see the real result from 24-25. Because automotive, most of the orders are with us. So there is no, issue, and we assure you the best of to present to my all investors the good result the company. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. On behalf of Monarch Network Capital, that concludes this conference. Thank you for joining us, and you may now disconnect your lines.